I'm an introvert. I'm a homebody. I just like, I if I could stay at home all day, I would. So this is great for me. I leave the house like once a day anyway to walk my dogs, and then that's it. So Joe's like he's a real social butterfly. So I struggle to kind of lock him down and have him just spend time with me. So it's like prison for him, but it's great for me.
Sophie Turner is finally speaking up on her divorce from Joe Jonas. And this divorce is getting messier and even more complicated by the minute. People are saying all these stories about their marriage are just trying to make Sophie look bad so Joe can come out smelling like roses. So, did Sophie finally clap back at the narratives thrown against her? And if it's true that Joe didn't come up with this well-orchestrated story about Sophie, will he ever stand up for her in the middle of all the drama surrounding the mother of their children?
Maybe this whole like partying persona they're trying to push, this narrative, is to make Sophie look bad because TMZ is being very favorable to the Jonas brothers.
To give you some context, Joe Jonas has officially filed for divorce after 4 years of marriage to Sophie Turner. Today.com obtained the divorce petition, which Joe filed on September 5th in Miami-Dade County, Florida. According to the petition, it stated that the marriage between the two is irreparably broken. A source told TMZ that Sophie's partying factored into their divorce. She likes to party, he likes to stay at home, they have very different lifestyles, and that Joe is taking care of the kids while he is on tour.
The allegations surrounding Joe and Sophie's divorce in under a minute. One of the main narratives in the press was that Sophie was this party girl and Joe was a bit of a homebody, and this was leading to a clash in their lifestyles. Plus, this was also causing Joe to be the sole carer of their kids, pretty much taking care of them 24/7. It didn't take long before social media started picking apart this narrative, as Sophie is actually filming a movie in England and Joe is currently on tour with his family and, all the babysitters, etc. And they had already agreed to this arrangement of the kids being on tour with Joe.
However, Joe Jonas found himself in hot water on social media when he filed for divorce. He claimed that his ex, Sophie Turner, was responsible for the split due to her partying ways. Since these comments went public, the second eldest Jonas brother has been bombarded by online trolls accusing him of trying to paint 27-year-old Turner as a bad mother. One ex-user sneered, "Joe Jonas could have just quietly filed for divorce, but the over-the-top smear campaign, plus the fact that he waited for her to be in the UK and leave the kids with him before he filed in the US, just makes him look scummy." Another slammed, "This really gives off controlling vibes from Joe because he's literally on tour, but he's divorcing her for partying. He did not marry a grandma who'll just sit there and wait for him for crying out loud." Other users publicly commented on how Joe's team made Sophie look like the villain, and people are rallying around these users because, according to them, all receipts presented by these internet detectives are true.
Sophie Turner very quickly became the villain because they made out as though she still likes to party and go out, but he's much more settled and he wants different things in his life. They even commented that while this has all been breaking down, Joe Jonas even had to look after his 2 own children while he was on tour. God forbid that the father looked after his kids, I guess if it was Sophie, no one would mention that or talk about that because that's what is expected from mothers. But I do feel for her. Divorce or a marriage breakdown is never easy for either party, regardless of the circumstances.
No.
Returning to the cited reason for their divorce, Joe's team said their marriage was irretrievably broken. It sounds a lot more dramatic than the usual irreconcilable differences that people often see in star divorce announcements. Who knows what this phrase means in this situation, but that hasn't stopped the gossip mill from doing its thing. Some news sources say that the two have been fighting for months, and TMZ says it's because their lives are so different. A source told TMZ that Turner wanted to go out more, and Jonas wanted to settle down. There are also rumors that Jonas has had main custody of their 2 daughters for the past few months, taking them on tour while Turner has been in the UK filming a new project. It's got everyone wondering, Why is all this information coming exclusively from Joe Jonas's camp? Does this mean the media outlets didn't manage to get Sophie's side of the story? Or is this confirming what people have been speculating, that Jonas's PR team is working overtime to control the narrative and get ahead of something? Indeed, divorce is a difficult situation, especially when children are involved. However, trying to cast one party in a negative light to maintain the other party's image as a good dad is truly heart-wrenching. And fans don't buy the Disney singer's camp's narrative. Joe is undeniably beloved, but many observers on social media, particularly women, are reacting strongly to this situation. They are pointing out that if the tabloid coverage is indeed coming from Jonas's camp, it appears to be a deliberate effort to portray Turner in a negative light as a mother. After all, enjoying social activities and parties doesn't automatically make someone a bad parent. Moreover, commentators have noted that Turner has dedicated most of her 20s to giving birth to and raising 2 children. If Jonas can embark on 3 world tours, revive 2 music groups, and enjoy the party scene, then Turner should certainly be entitled to some time to relaunch her career. Moreover, another storyline was in the mix. What did Joe Jonas witness on the Ring camera? TMZ brought up the intriguing question, citing multiple sources who claimed that Joe had access to a Ring camera recording, capturing Sophie's actions or words that led him to realize that the marriage was on the rocks. However, the specifics of what transpired remain shrouded in mystery, leaving us in the dark. And this notion of using Ring cameras to monitor our partners certainly raises some uneasy feelings. While the incident captured by the Ring camera that led to the final straw in their marriage remains a mystery, some imaginative fans have ventured to guess what Joe might have seen on that recording.
I don't do cocaine!
He doesn't even know what it looks like.
I don't know what it looks like!
Anyway, as for why they split, some sources, quoted by Mail Online, have said that Turner felt robbed of her young adulthood by marrying Jonas at 23 and spending her teen years on Game of Thrones. The friend revealed, Sophie feels like she's only just waking up to what her life and reality really is. She became famous at a very young age, then married and had kids at a young age, and never really had the teenage years of sleeping around and just having carefree fun with friends. The source continued, she feels like her life has stalled after Game of Thrones, and so has her personal life. Since the kids came along, she's feeling trapped. She's the only person in her tight friendship group who is married with 2 children. Now she feels that she wants to make up for the time she's lost as a young person. He, Joe, wants a more settled life, but she's not ready for that because she feels that she's not even had a teen or young adult life. The friend also said that family priorities were a point of contention between the couple. Joe would like another kid. He's a real family man. But while Sophie's been in the UK, she's also realized just how much she misses this country. It's the final nail in the coffin for them. Anyway, here's a user breaking down what they believe Joe's PR team is falling short on.
Here's every way Joe Jonas let his PR team slander his ex-wife, Sophie Turner, and completely blame their divorce on her. The first way was by saying Joe Jonas had to divorce her because she has a drinking problem. Joe Jonas painted out the mother of his kids to be some Lindsay Lohan in her peak partying degenerate era, a type of woman who likes taking Molly in the bathroom more than taking care of her kids.
Anyways, Sam Walker, head of PR at www.10yetis.co.uk, speaking to the outlet, Sam said, no matter how amicable a divorce is or claims to be, one person generally always wants to come out looking better than the other. The leaked news of the pending divorce was almost definitely well orchestrated by the PR machine behind Joe. The Jonas brothers have been in the media for a long time and know how things work. Now, with Joe and his PR team facing criticism for their portrayal of Sophie, and Sophie herself not making any statements beyond her Instagram post stating, after 4 wonderful years of marriage, we have mutually decided to amicably end our marriage. There are many speculative narratives as to why, but truly this is a united decision, and we sincerely hope that everyone can respect our wishes for privacy for us and our children. But as more rumors and leaks continue that focus only on Sophie and her lifestyle choices, will she stay tight-lipped? Will Joe come out to defend her? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay updated on all the latest developments in this high-profile and messy celebrity divorce.